Nothing quiets a room like a governor entering. Great. Well, good morning, and thank you for joining us at this momentous occasion as we officially open Georgia Gwinnett College Allied Health and Sciences Building. We're always proud to welcome back our first time and our returning visitors to the campus, and it's an ever-growing campus. We have now hit 11,000 students, up 1,200 from last year. And you may remember that last year, U.S. News and World Report ranked Georgia Gwinnett College the 5th best public college in the southern region. Perhaps more importantly, when the rankings came out 2 weeks ago today, we were quite surprised. Georgia Gwinnett College was ranked the single most diverse public or private college in the entire southern region. And that represents what the vision was for this community in creating a campus and a college that would represent and reflect the population for which it's serving and the population of America in 2040. So we are now officially the most diverse college, public or private, in all of the South. We have 91 countries represented as well in 42 states. I'm Stosh Percheski. I'm the second president of Georgia's newest college within the university system. Today we celebrate the opening of the 11th new or acquired building since we founded the college in 2005. And yes, if you can believe it, next year we will celebrate 1 decade from the time in which the college was written into law. This is an extraordinary day in the short history, and I'm pleased to welcome all of you here with us today. But I particularly want to recognize just a few people who made this beautiful structure a reality for all of us. We simply couldn't have done it without these people. First on the list is a gentleman who signed the state budget that funded the bonds that paid for the construction on this Allied Health buildings, our distinguished governor, Governor Deal. Governor Deal, whom you shall hear from in a few moments, recognized early on that we would need state funds to add required instructional space each year he has been in office. He has supported Georgia Gwinnett College with his presence on the campus, giving a commencement speech, and financially through the budget. His support allows us to continue to not only grow, but to thrive. Furthermore, he is the driving force behind Complete College Georgia. And sir, there's not a college in this state that is more focused on achieving the goals of this important and necessary program designed to produce more college graduates for a more educated Georgia and an improved economic growth for all. So thank you, Governor, for that vision. Senate Health and Human Services Chair Renee Unterman is with us, and Special Judiciary Chairman Kurt Thompson couldn't make it. They've been undying supporters in the Senate. Representatives Buzz Brockway, Valerie Clark, Brooks Coleman, Pedro Marin, and former Representative Donna Sheldon are with us. They've championed our various funding requirements in the House. Our entire Gwinnett legislative delegation has been in our corner from day one when the college was founded. Also here with us is Chancellor Hank Huckabee, Board of Regents Chairman Phil Wilhite, Vice Chairman Neil Pruitt, our own Regent Richard Tucker, and Regent Sachin Shalendra, Gwinnett Medical Center President and Chief Executive Officer Phil Wolf, Gwinnett Medical Center Chairman David McCleskey, and the man who was instrumental in securing the original funding for this building in the state legislature, our friend, our former state senator from this region, Senator Don Balfour, whose son is a GGC student and a combat veteran. Also with us are Lawrenceville Mayor Judy Jordan Johnson and Gwinnett County Commissioner Chair, Charlotte Nash is with us as well. When we cut that ribbon in a few minutes, officially opening the doors to the thousands of students who will be educated here, the heart of this building will begin to beat. And somebody put that metaphor in here because of our nursing program, I'm sure. With new resources to facilitate their academic growth, our students now have state-of-the-art equipment, the latest technology, unsurpassed faculty and staff, many of whom are with us today. Bringing this building to life has been a long journey for many of us. We barely had 100 students when we talked about this facility, sir, remember back in 2006, and how necessary this structure would be if we wanted a top-ranked nursing program here at Gwinnett County and at GGC. Georgia, like so many other states, currently is experiencing a nursing shortage that is only going to worsen. GGC, under the leadership of Dean Diane White, will help alleviate that shortage. Beginning in 2016, 60 new nurses educated right in this building will enter the workforce to care for the sick and promote wellness in our community. Their devotion to their career choice will make a difference in the great many lives and the lives of those who love them. They will join the hundreds of chemists, biologists, exercise scientists, and physicists who will also study and learn in this building, many of whom will become public school teachers when they complete. Advances in technology and science are transforming our world at an unsurpassed pace, and our children's future will surely be filled with leaps of technology that we cannot begin to imagine. And we can't escape from the significance of science in our world today. Being science literate is no longer just an advantage, but instead an absolute necessity. So as I welcome you to the GGC Allied Health and Sciences Building ribbon cutting and grand opening today, I sincerely thank you for joining us today as we celebrate another milestone here on the campus of tomorrow. We remain dedicated to changing lives one student at a time. Your enduring support will continue to make our jobs easier and will continue to enhance and improve the lives of the students who are part of Georgia Gwinnett College. So now it's my pleasure to introduce the leader of the University System of Georgia. He inspired our most recent graduates when he delivered the commencement speech at a graduation now 2 months ago, and his vision for higher education is unprecedented. We are fortunate to have him at the helm of Georgia's undisputed jewel, University System of Georgia. In May of 2011, the Board of Regents selected Hank Huckabee as the University System's 12th Chancellor. He oversees 31 public colleges and universities, $7.5 billion annual budgets, 45,000 faculty and staff, and 310,000 students in a public higher education service mission. Chancellor, yeah, I know it's a headache, sir, sorry. Chancellor Huckabee emphasizes the performance, partnership, and values. He works to build a strong political and public support for the university system's contributions to the state's economic future and individual success of students. Of more importance to me, Chancellor Huckabee has been a friend and a mentor in all that I do. So ladies and gentlemen, Chancellor Huckabee.
Well, thank you and good morning. What a great turnout for a great event. And I'm very privileged to play a small part in the program this morning. I can send kudos to a lot of people in this audience, my former colleagues in the legislature, of course, my board members sitting here behind me, all had a great part in making this college and this day possible. But also, I think I'd be remiss if I didn't recognize the contributions that the first president of this school made, Dr. Dan Kaufman, to my right. I remember very well the feelings I had. I was still at the University of Georgia when the very first year the school opened, and they told me the enrollment numbers. And I said, he'll never make it. But he proved me wrong and proved all of us so many times wrong. But thank you for being here. It is a great, great occasion. And it happens because of so many people working together. No one person brings about a facility like this. And it's a tribute to all of you who have stayed the course and brought us to where we are today. Governor, this building shows that you can still do a lot for $30 million. But this building will serve so many students, not only today, but in decades ahead. Georgia Gwinnett College is the best example we have in the university system for the efficient and effective use of its facilities. You're at about 75% usage rate, and that is about as high as one can get. So you lead those 31 colleges in that regard, which goes to show that this college is dedicated to using its resources as efficiently, as effectively as it can to serve the students in this community. And I predict nothing but great days ahead for this institution. The enrollment at this institution since 2010 has grown by 82%. But what's even more gratifying, the growth in enrollment in the STEM disciplines has grown 113%. And those are the areas in which the governor talks about a lot, and rightly so, about where so much of our future lies in this state. is in the STEM discipline. So I congratulate you for that. We're excited about what will be coming forth out of this building and this facility. But thank you to our new president for what he's doing, for the support of the faculty and staff, for the carrying out the mission that this school has in this community. I'll now bring to the podium a person who needs no introduction. I will just present him. On July 1st, I began my 4th year as Chancellor of the University System of Georgia. During that time, I could not have expected or wanted greater support than I've enjoyed from our governor than we've enjoyed the university system. From day one, it was obvious to me and to our staff that he understood the importance of public higher education to the future development of this state. And every day, he has been there to support us, at times give us guidance on initiatives such as Complete College Georgia. I'm confident with his leadership and the foundation he has helped us build in the university system of Georgia, there are great days ahead for public higher education in this state. Please join me in welcoming our governor, the Honorable Nathan Deal.
Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Well, please be seated. Thank you, Chancellor Huckabee. Mr. President, I am honored to be with you today. To the Board of Regents who are here, thank you for coming. To the members of the General Assembly, I may have signed that budget, but they're the ones who had to pass it. And sometimes it is a very competitive process of who's going to get funding, because we still, of course, would like to have more revenue available. But when you allocate it to projects such as this one, I think that we all can be proud of that. The Allied Health and Science building here is going to be a great asset to the future education opportunities of students who are here. And as you continue to grow so rapidly, that will mean even more students will have the opportunity to study here. I'm told that about 30% of the student body is studying in one of the STEM areas, and that is indeed significant. We know that more and more of the jobs that are going to be available will be in STEM fields. So you're on the right track, and I have every reason to believe that the percentage is probably going to continue to increase. Complete College Georgia is indeed a great program. It's one that we are always worried about high school dropouts, but we have become very focused now on college dropouts. And it's just as important that a college student who begins their education finish it, because we're told that in the next several years, 60% of the workforce of our state is going to require that they have at least a degree or a diploma beyond high school, which means that our technical colleges and our colleges and universities play a very important part in the ultimate training of our workforce. And as many of you know, I have made the creation of jobs in our state our #1 top priority. And if we're going to keep and maintain our #1 ranking as the best state in the country in which to do business, we're going to have that steady supply of qualified employees for our current workers, our current jobs that are available, as well as those that are going to continue to come and those that are going to grow here. So I'm in particular excited about your new nursing program. And I look forward to coming back at the appropriate time when you graduate those first nurses. And I see some folks in the audience who are very excited. They must be instructors in the nursing program. I want to thank all the staff and faculty here, because the quality of the education that these students receive is directly dependent on your qualifications and your dedication to making sure that they have the skills and the knowledge that they need when they graduate. I am indeed proud to be with you today. Thanks to all of you who are here as made a part of this progress up to this point in time. And I think we are all going to be able to stand back and watch in amazement as this college continues to grow, expand, diversify, as well as focus on the jobs that we are going to train young people to fill. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for joining us and giving us those words. The 11,000 students who are on this campus today are the future leaders of this state. I think you know that, and when we're training them, and great to our faculty and staff for allowing that to happen, so thank you. It's hard to believe that there's anyone in this room who doesn't know Phil Wolf. He began his career in healthcare during his years in the United States Army Medical Service Corps. Phil joined Gwinnett Medical Center in 2006 with 30 years of experience as a healthcare executive. He's a fellow in the American College of Healthcare Executives, a member of the American Hospital Association, a licensed general aviation pilot, and he enjoys golf. I'm not sure what all those relationships are. Recently, Phil was instrumental in securing approval from the state to open a heart and vascular center at Gwinnett Medical Center. Phil's been a friend of GGC and supporter of this building and the programs that occur within this. Our programs will flourish because of his support. He has given his time, his talent, and his treasure to making GGC's nursing program a reality. And for that, we're eternally grateful. So without further ado, Phil Wolf.
Thanks, Dosh. I'm going to go off the script here for just a second. Governor, Chancellor, and the Regents, thank you very much for what you do for Gwinnett Medical Center. We've just started a graduate medical education program, which is we train residents in family practice and internal medicine. And without the financial support, we could not have done that, so thank you very much. But today, we're here about this building, and what a great day it is. And it's because we're dedicating a new facility, and that's always a great thing to do. And what is even more special to me is that this facility will help educate so many that can do so much for so many in the future. But to be fair, it's a great day to be celebrating programs which will be good for the community in so many ways. We know healthcare enhances the quality of life in all of the communities. And by improving the availability of trained healthcare providers, we will advance our quality of life. Thus, in turn, we'll attract more people and businesses to our community. And that, in turn, will drive economic development, all of which creates a thriving community, rich in resources and creating a community which adds quality to everybody's life. We're looking forward to the many graduates of this program. Maybe some of you are going to be those graduates, we hope. And more importantly, having them stay in our community and work at Gwinnett Medical Center. And let's not forget, healthcare careers are not only professionally rewarding and satisfying, but also financially rewarding and satisfying. And financially rewarding jobs further enhances the quality of life in our communities. Knowing that where you train makes a difference where you stay and where you work, we are especially grateful that we have this facility here and these programs here so that the folks that train here may want to stay here in this community and benefit all of us and Gwinnett County and I think the state of Georgia. So congratulations on a new beginning, and know that the graduates of these programs will contribute to the continued success of Gwinnett Medical Center, Gwinnett County, and the state of Georgia. Thank you.
Thank you, Phil. I would like to echo President Prochaski's words with my own words of appreciation to the governor and the Gwinnett delegation for supporting this project in the midst of some very difficult budget years. We really appreciate your support. I would like to thank Dr. Kaufman and Dr. Prochaski, Dr. Richardson, Eddie Beecham, and Laura Maxwell for their support of this project. When I tell them what I need, they often wince, and sometimes they gasp, but they always seem to come through. The GGC leadership understands the importance of STEM disciplines. Finally, I would like to acknowledge the attendance of Gabrielle Costello, who's a biology student. She's representing the 3,000 STEM majors here at GGC. And that's not even counting the 1,000 pre-nursing students we now have as well. I taught Gabrielle in immunology last year. It seemed times every time I turn around, she's in this building. So thank you, Gabrielle, for attending. I arrived on this campus as a charter dean in 2006, before we had students and faculty. And besides hiring our 4 charter faculty, which I've seen several of them here today, one of the tasks that Dr. Prochaski and Dr. Kaufman gave me was to start determining the need for this building. Now that we're here 8 years later, I want to assure you that there's no doubt that we needed this building. We simply could not have grown beyond 10,000 students without this building. You hear often that our state and our nation need to produce more STEM majors. Well, I'm here to say that at GGC we are making a contribution. We're doing our part. Chancellor Huckabee quoted some numbers, and now that we've started the fall semester, actually I have updated numbers. Since 2010, GGC has grown by 103%, but STEM majors have grown by 135% here at GGC. So particular note is the growth in information technology. When Drs. Kaufman and Prochaski hired me in 2006, they asked me to tell them what GGC needed that they hadn't thought of. My immediate response was he needed an IT major. We had started the college with business psychology and biology, but because the Atlanta metro area had lots of IT jobs, I felt like we needed to add IT. So we quickly got an IT major approved by the Board of Regents. Since then, IT has been growing in leaps and bounds. It's been the fastest growing major at the college for the last 2 years, and we now have 1,000 IT majors here at GGC. In addition, we have numerous labs that are ongoing today. This building is constructed with science on display, so you can easily see inside the labs. So I encourage you to, while you're here, to walk the halls and take a look inside and see what's going on in our labs. Chemistry is on the 3rd floor, biology on the 2nd floor, and here on the 1st floor we have IT, physics, psychology, exercise science, and anatomy and physiology. In addition to our STEM majors, these labs will support a growing number of GGC students that are interested in pursuing careers in medicine and dentistry, as well as a number of allied health fields. However, it's important to realize that whether students use this facility to accomplish their science requirement or to take major in STEM fields, that the important thing is what will happen to students in this building. They will learn to think critically and quantitatively. They will develop STEM competencies that employers want. So on behalf of the faculty and staff of the School of Science and Technology, I want to thank you for attending today. Go Grizzlies. Now I want to introduce my colleague, Dr. Diane White, the School of Health Sciences.
Thank you, Tom. The Allied Health and Sciences building here at Georgia Gwinnett College has given us the opportunity to live out not only the mission and vision of the college, but also the School of Health Sciences. The charter class of 31 nursing students has begun their journey this fall, and each semester 30 additional students will be admitted and begin their own journey of nursing education. At full capacity, we will have 120 nursing students in this building each year, and as the president said, beginning May 2016, Georgia Gwinnett College will graduate 60 nursing students. This building will foster an educational experience like no other. Students will have an engaged, invitational learning experience supported by the latest technology. The intentionality of the classroom and laboratory designs formed learning spaces that embrace the pedagogy of engagement, teamwork, and problem-based learning. Nursing students will learn life-saving and critical thinking skills in the state-of-the-art simulation laboratory. There are 4 simulation rooms with 2 control rooms, a community room, along with a medical office room. We are able to have simulators that cover across the lifespan from neonate to older adult. In addition, we have 3 lower fidelity simulators that are used in the skills practice laboratory. All simulation areas are audiovisual capable for evaluation purposes. Our clinical skills practice laboratory has 15 patient care areas with equipment like that used in acute and non-acute settings. The nurses' station and medication administration room allows students to train in areas very similar to what they will experience in the clinical setting. Our program is different than others in the state, not only in the philosophy and curriculum design, but also in the technology offered to our students. Students aren't seen with book bags, but rather computer bags. Since laptops are used for all their books, they have e-text only, and all tests are online. Through a generous donation, each student is given a mini iPad to use for patient care and education in the clinical setting. Our students learn and use electronic health record and documentation the first semester of their curriculum, and then use it throughout the entire time they're here. Computer-on-wheel stations in the laboratories provide students real-life opportunities in medication administration and documentation, allowing them early exposure to the technology used in healthcare settings. The Allied Health and Sciences building has truly given us the opportunity to transform nursing education. I would like for you to hear from one of our students who's had some real-world experience in the nursing arena. And after she speaks in the conclusion of this program, I want you to be able to meet some of our other students who are here today who will be in the simulation laboratories demonstrating some of the learning that actually will be taking place. And the provost and president, you really need to go there because somehow they're talking about you already, the simulators. I know. Oh, well, it was nice having my job. Okay. Let me introduce you to what's so great about my job is the students. Amina Terawali was born in Egypt and immigrated to the United States with her family in 2000. She graduated from Clarkston High School in 2011 and selected GGC as her college of choice and majored in pre-nursing. Amina is the daughter of a nurse and has always wanted to be a nurse. In fact, 2 years ago, she became a certified nursing assistant, has been working part-time ever since. After earning her bachelor's degree in nursing from GGC, she plans to pursue a master's in anticipation of being a nurse practitioner. She is interested in specializing in geriatrics. Please welcome Amina.
Thank you, Dr. White. I'm so proud to represent the charter nursing class at Georgia Gwinnett College. I knew GGC was my future of education when I first stepped on campus in 2011. After moving from Egypt 12 years ago, my family struggled with adapting to our new home. I watched my mom's patience and determined efforts to get her education and launch her career in nursing. Although I've struggled with English, my mom helped me get through school and encouraged me to get a college education. What attracted me to GGC is the diversity on campus, the dedication of its professors, and the technology that enhances my education. The commitment of GGC's faculty and their engagement with students really do ensure student success. As I mentioned, my mom is a nurse and I've always wanted to be a nurse. I'm driven by a desire to help people. Because I've already been working in the nursing arena, I can tell you from personal experience that GGC's program takes a very different approach. And the innovative use of technology here is unique at GGC. This provides an active learning environment that will transform the education and practice of nursing. Our nursing program will surely be a leader in preparing nursing professionals for 21st century global healthcare needs. I appreciate how the community has supported GGC in developing its nursing program, particularly Gwinnett Medical Center and the rest of our program sponsors. You have helped pave our route to success. On behalf of my fellow nursing students, as well as of the many thousands of GGC students who will be educated within these walls, I want to express my deepest gratitude to all who have made this incredible building possible. Thank you.
That's why we're here. So, ladies and gentlemen, we come to the end of our program, but the beginning of a new endeavor at Georgia Gwinnett College. If you listen very carefully, you can hear the heart beating of this building, or it's a faulty air conditioning burning. I'm not sure which one it is. We've breathed life into this facility that will educate, train, and launch careers that will save lives, change our world, and make a lasting difference in our community. But before we conclude this morning, there are a few more people I'd like to thank. GGC's, of course, inaugural President and First Lady, Dan and Catherine Kaufman. Dr. Kaufman was the visionary person behind this program and this building. Vice President Eddie Beecham, who got the project underway, and Vice President Laura Maxwell, who finished it. Frank Covington and Rex Kazort, who were the project leads on the Allied Health and Sciences building. And of course, Dean Tom Mundy, who's worked for years to see this dream become a reality. We also appreciate the important private support we've received, including gifts and grants from many of you who are in this room today, and we greatly appreciate it, like those iPads that are available for each of the students. Representing Holder Construction, who built the building, are Adam Mead, Ron Wynn, David Hawkins, and David Miller. Are you here, please? Holder in the back, great. I hope that really is a heartbeat. Architect from TVS, we're represented by Bob Balke and Renee Hartley, the architects. Thank you. And project management was handled by BDR, Hector Morales, and Allison Gordon. Are you here, Hector and Allison? Oh, there you are, up top. Great, thanks for being here. On behalf of the students, faculty, and the staff of GGC, we appreciate having you with us today to help celebrate as we officially now open the building. So we're going to cut the ribbon, continue our mission of assisting students through programs designed to enhance their academic, social, and personal development. One last note, there were people here all over the weekend from audiovisual, facilities, and everybody else setting this up, the development team, the advancement team, public affairs, photographers, campus police, and so on, trying to put this all together. A few slept here last night to make sure nothing went wrong, and to those I say thank you as well. So if you would just keep your chairs, and we're going to have some people escort up the second row for the ribbon cutting, and then the people who will be cutting the ribbon will be issued scissors with pointy ends, so please be careful. And we'll have conduct the event, and then afterwards we'll mingle after the governor has to depart for another event. So please. Yep. Go ahead. You're good. Your front row, sir. Just for a second, sir. I will. Okay, we're good. I think you might be Nick, so just...
Ladies and gentlemen, with the scissors, our first shot is going to be near the ribbon with the scissors, but you have to not actually cut it. Thank you. And then I'll count down to actually be cut. But once we all have scissors, if you have one of those scissors in your hand, come up for me, look back at me and smile with really big please. Good job. Look back at me. Excellent. Don't be shy, don't be shy. Good job. Excellent, excellent, excellent. What I'd like to do is count to three as you can. On three, let's make this ribbon official. 1, 2, 3.
I noticed that.